if this is a baseball heavy show and there's a lot of aggression talking about baseball, you know why. We'll get into it. Anyways, welcome to the Equinox. We are here, our monthly or bi-monthly show that we typically do. Matt Sirani, Carl Maglowski. Kenny push the buttons, Julia Bianchi, wait in the wings. How are you, Carl?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Honestly, if it weren't for baseball, things would be pretty good. I mentioned that I had a pretty impact weekend, traveling to Jersey City, traveling to Red Rock, which is not too far from here, for a reunion, going to a 30th birthday party. I've been traveling a lot, but it's good to at least settle down for once in a while and, get things going. And, I haven't seen you in a while, Carl, but we are going to the Trenton Thunder game later this month.
Yes, in a little less than a week.
10 days to be exact. Oh, no, 11 days. 11 days.
Yes.
So, speaking of baseball, this is the perfect time to get into it. Okay. So, obviously, nothing made headlines more in Major League Baseball than the Dodgers getting Tarik Skubal. And what did they trade away for him? What did the Tigers get for him? Basically, prospects. 3 no-name prospects. That's what the Tigers got in return for arguably the best pitcher in baseball. And the Dodgers didn't need Tarik Skubal, but they got him anyway. And all of Major League Baseball understandably cried foul over this, because if you look at the Dodgers rotation, and that's not even the end of it, they got Chris Bubic from the Royals as well. So if anyone's asking for a lockout right now, it's the Dodgers. And it'd be even worse, because my uncle and I talked about this last night. If the Dodgers do what they typically do and they give these high-profile players a deferred contract, then we got a problem, because it would just only enhance the issue of we need a cap. We want money, yada, yada, yada. But I've said it a lot of times on Foursquare, and I'll say it right here today. The Dodgers are part of the problem. They're not entirely the problem, but they're part of the problem. They're part of the problem because they're getting these high-profile players, and the deferred payments that they're putting on these players are nuts. Ohtani's the big the biggest example. $680 million deferred out of $700 million. Dude's getting $20 million over 10 years when like a lot of that is deferred. So that's the insane part. And then Kyle Tucker got a deferred payment. Freddie Freeman got a deferred payment. Mookie Betts got a deferred payment. I can only imagine they're going to do the same with Tarik Skubal. So the deferred payments that the Dodgers are using are going overboard. That's part of the problem. The other part of the problem is this gripe between the owners and the players. The owners don't want to pay players high salaries. They want to tone it down a little bit. I think they said something along the lines of like paying 10-year contracts and nothing more than 10-year contracts. They've gotten into the point where there's labor dispute. They're disputing over money and how players are getting paid, and the salary cap's the big thing, and there should be a cap. Let's get that straightened out.
There's going to be a cap because they're going to be locked out, because after the offseason, do you think the Dodgers are going to try to keep Skubal?
Of course they are. Why would they not?
So that's going to tell you they're going to they're going to be locked out, because the owner's going to want a cap. So that means they can't give all that money to Skubal, because if they do, and there's a cap, you're going to be over the luxury tax.
Yep.
And they're going to be paying the penalty, hefty penalty.
Big time.
So it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So it could be a lockout where it could be maybe they can lose maybe 50 games, or they're going to say, you know what? Screw it. We're going to have the whole year off.
And honestly, it's not out of the question that we might not get baseball in 2027. I hate to say it, but at this point, it's just escalated to the point where it's becoming possible. Like
now here's the thing. The thing. Does this affect? If there's no now, does this still affect the minors and minor leagues? And also the MLB Draft League for the Thunder.
Yes, it does. It does.
So that means it's all going to be wiped out if they don't have an agreement in the offseason.
Yeah, because you got to understand, like when the minors and these affiliate league teams are connected to Major League Baseball. So if they don't get a season, it affects them. The only baseball that's not going to get affected by this are the
Thunder.
Yeah.
because they're MLB draft. It's just a draft league.
Yeah.
Because so it'll be college kids, and then they're still gonna have the draft. So I think Thunder will still be good.
Like the Thunder will be fine. College baseball will be fine. Minor leagues and Major League Baseball will not be fine.
No, no.
And another thing, like this is not really Major League, but it's still kind of baseball anyway. The Little League World Series, if you actually care about that, that's still going to be fine.
Yeah.
But like, if you're Rob Manfred, you're sitting on your hands and you're letting this happen, and you're not even doing a damn thing about it. You're just like letting the Dodgers sign these guys. You're letting, and all 29 other teams are just sitting down, letting this happen. And from what you told me, Carl, before we came on, that the Phillies and the Brewers and a couple other teams were bidding for Skubal just so he won't go to the Dodgers. And the Dodgers panicked because they had one bad series against the Red Sox, and then boom.
Yep.
Just horrible. It just really is horrible. Now, it's a small consolation prize, but when the Dodgers played the Cubs yesterday, Skubal's first start against the Cubs, he did get tattooed. He gave up 4 runs, but that's like a little consolation prize. That's a short-term thing. Long-term is you're looking at the Dodgers maybe winning the World Series for the 3rd year in a row, which nobody wants.
No.
Nobody wants that, but it might happen. Like, at this point, unless the Brewers surprise everybody and win the National League, I can't see it happening. There's just like, the Dodgers are almost inevitable. It's like Thanos. Like, except
because they have they have is this. So whenever Ohtani is available to pitch, you could do Yamamoto, Ohtani, Snell, Skubal.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna need Glass now. They'll just put him in the bullpen.
Yeah, they got Glass now there. Blake Snell's supposed to come back. And they, like I mentioned, they got Chris Bubick from the Royals. What the hell are they gonna do with him?
No, he'll be in the bullpen.
Just ridiculous. You got
and supposedly they're gonna get Edwin Diaz back.
Oh God!
But now was save scenario, are they gonna use Edwin Diaz or are they gonna use Sasaki?
Yeah, because Sasaki was once a closer.
Yeah, and they also have what's his name from the Marlins, Scott.
Yeah, they have Tanner Scott.
Scott. Yeah, so yeah, they're stacked.
They're stacked, and they're unnecessarily stacked.
Yeah,
that's the bit. Like, what I don't like, and like damn well, in like 10, 12 years time, the Dodgers are gonna be in bankruptcy in 10, 12 years with what they're doing.
It'll catch up to them, believe me. It'll catch up to them.
It will catch up to them. Like in 10, 12 years time, they're going to be financially crippled because these deferred payments are basically like that Full House episode where Stephanie goes to the mall.
Yep.
And like, buy now, pay later. That's what the Dodgers are doing.
Yeah.
And it's like the episode. Like, yeah, it seems convenient, but it's not convenient. And you're literally going to be in big trouble financially afterwards.
Now, are you, speaking about now things been heating up, are you now scared about the Red Sox? Now there's a little sneaky contender.
You know, it's funny. I was just going to get into that. They did get Adley Rutschman from the Orioles, which I was very surprised about. And yes, I am kind of concerned because the Red Sox are only 2 games back of the Yankees for that top wildcard spot. And Adley Rutschman got off a bad team. The Red Sox are hot right now.
And so I just heard yesterday their record since July, 21-5.
Yep. They're 21-5.
They were horrible. And then they had they fired Alex Cora
in the beginning of the year.
And then after that, they just went on this winning streak, 14 or 15 in a row with Chad Tracy.
Yeah, 15 in a row.
And now they're solid to make the playoffs.
They look like a lock to make the playoffs at this point. And I would never have thought this would be possible because Alex Cora was a very great manager. The Red Sox were horrible. I don't know how they turned on so fast. Like, they turned things around like that. It was like...
Now, with them getting in, I wouldn't be shocked if they make it to the championship series because once they've been hot, basically, since he got fired, we got to start winning because if you lose, basically, their playoffs started when they were like 14 games back.
Yeah,
And,
it did. Now they're
yeah,
like
so
11 games above 500.
they're going to be a sneaky. They're going to be a sneaky. They're going to be a sneaky out.
Mm-hmm.
I still think how everything's going to be how everything's looking. I still think the Rays might end up with the top seed in the American League,
Yeah, they might.
but I don't see them going to the World Series. I could see maybe the Red Sox bouncing them out in the first round if they get past the Yankees. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, if things hold the way they are now for the next less than 2 months, you're looking at the Yankees and the Red Sox in the wild card again. And then if the Red Sox win that, they'll face Tampa. And Tampa, for what it's worth, hasn't been spectacular as of late.
Yeah.
And then don't get me started on the White Sox. I mean, I know they're good, but they play in a terrible division, like an absolutely terrible division. Same with the AL West. Like whoever comes out of that division is like it's gonna be an automatic out in the wild card round.
Yeah.
Although the bottom wild card, the Guardians or whoever it may be at the time, they might have a below 500 record.
Now, who's got more wins, the White Sox or the Astros?
The White Sox do.
By how
Actually,
many?
they're tied with 59 wins, but the Astros played more games and they suffered 4 more losses.
That'll be weird if the White Sox go 2 seed and they get a bye.
After 2 years ago, they lost 121 games.
Yeah.
That would be probably the best story in baseball if the White Sox go on to win the division after losing 121 games back in 2024.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
And I know you mentioned the Yankees a little bit briefly. I'm honestly about to throw a freaking can of soda at the door because I'm just had it with the Yankees at this point. Because Brian Cashman he's lost it. He's absolutely lost it. He doesn't get a catcher at the deadline. He gets Luis Garcia and he gets Elliot Ramos.
Okay.
Which in fairness are not bad acquisitions because we need more bats in the lineup with Judge and Stanton we're still waiting for those 2 guys to come back, and Cody Bellinger's now hurt.
Yeah.
But the problem is we didn't get a catcher when we needed a catcher. And Cashman's excuse was, "Oh, we're gonna get we're gonna get these guys back at the deadline. You know, we're gonna get Clark Schmidt back. We're gonna get Judge, Stanton, Bellinger back. We're gonna get all back." First off, I don't care about Clark Schmidt anymore. He's done. He's seen better days. That's number one. Number two, the catcher spot is an automatic out. And then months ago, you said, "Oh yeah, it's a problem," and you didn't address it. So I drew the line right there with Cashman after that because he's clearly out of his league at this point in his career. He's been with the Yankees since 1998. We haven't done anything with him since 2009. And that was his last great offseason.
Right. Now, what happened to your boy? What's his name?
Volpe?
Not Volpe. Oh crap! You're Austin Wells. He fell off the cliff.
Austin Wells is splitting time with Ali Sanchez.
Oh yeah, your 9-hole catcher who hit 30 home runs. I told you his average sucks.
Well, Austin Wells is batting like below 150 at this point in the year, which is really unacceptable if you think about it.
Now, is he? How many years is he still on the contract for?
Oh my God! I think he's got another 1 or 2 years left on his contract.
Get rid of him.
Can we just get rid of him? Yo, we actually got rid of Volpe too. Thank God. Hallelujah. Because Volpe was not doing anything. And we called him George Lombard Jr. And guess what he did in his second career at bat?
Home run.
He hit a home run. So that's promising. But my God, Aaron Boone must be delusional with keeping Volpe in for that long. And we also got rid of Camilo Duvall. He's with the Pittsburgh Pirates now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we got rid of the headache players for the most part. It just really pisses me off that we have a bad spot at catcher and we're splitting time between 2 guys who can't hit or can't field. Because I mentioned Ali Sanchez. He blew a game for us against the White Sox when he threw a wild throw to third base and allowed a run to score.
Now, I know Ben Rice has almost 30 home runs. What's his batting average?
His batting average has dipped. I think it's like 270. I got to check out his batting average. But last I checked, it was in the 270s. He was batting 300 at one point.
That's not bad. 270 is not bad.
Yeah. So I'll give you his batting average right now. Ben Rice's batting average is 262. Not bad.
Not bad. It's not great, but not bad.
Compared to what it was earlier in the year. Yeah.
This new brand of baseball, they'll sign up for 262.
Yeah, exactly.
Back to when I was growing up. She's 262. You were a part-time player.
Yep. If you're batting 262, you're part time. Although I think back in the day, Roger Maris went in 61 when he hit 62 homers. I think was batting somewhere in the 260s.
Okay.
But like it's like Ben Rice is doing great. I'm looking at Austin Wells 156. How is this okay?
What's his OPS?
His OPS. Okay, I will tell you right now. His OPS, from what I'm looking at right now, if I can find it, 2026. His OPS is 554.
Okay. What's his slug?
His slugging is 287. Also not good.
Okay.
His on base percentage is 267, if you're wondering.
What's that?
His on base is 267.
On base percentage is 267.
Correct.
And his slug is what?
His slug is 287, so that means he's OPS is 554.
Now, what's OPS? What's opposite what? What's OPS? What's that mean?
Well, it's when you add on base percentage and slugging. It's like something along those lines. I let me see what this stands for. OPS stand. I wonder what it stands for. I never actually got to. So OPS stands for on base plus slugging. That's what it stands for.
On base plus slug. Okay.
That's what it stands for.
Me
overall, a 554 OPS is not great. Aaron Judge has a career OPS of over 1.
Yeah, so I would just look for my batting average when I play softball. My what I look for is my average, on base percentage, and my slug.
Right.
I don't do OPS. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I get that.
I would only do average, on base percentage, and slug. That's it.
Yep.
That's all.
Now I want to switch to Philadelphia for a second because they did get a big acquisition at the deadline. You guys got former batting champion Luis Ariz.
Yes.
From the Giants.
Yes.
Which should be helpful for your lineup. I mean, the Philadelphia Phillies have taken a little bit of a dip offensively, but Luis Ariz should definitely help. He's a good contact hitter, can put the ball in play, and can provide a spark for that offense.
Well, I saw firsthand last night.
Yep.
He went 2 for 4. His first at bat, RBI single.
Yeah, so you got a lineup with there with Schwarber, Harper, Trey Turner, Brandon Marshall. Like the Phillies have a good roster, and they're only a wild card team.
Yeah, that's all they are. It's a wild card team.
Yeah,
they're not chasing the Braves. They're not going to catch the Braves. It's going to be a wild card for them.
I think part of the reason is because they started the season off so slow that they've kind of put themselves in a hole they can't get themselves out of.
Their problem is, Matt, they win with when Wheeler pitches, Sanchez pitches, and Luzardo pitches.
Yep.
They get nothing out of the 4 and 5 hole with Nola and Painter and another besides Painter and Nola, nobody else. So they're 4 and 5. Guys in rotation stink.
Yep.
So I think when the top 3 pitch, I think they're like say 20 games above 500.
Correct.
When Nola and Painter pitches, or if they do opener, I think they're maybe 20, either 15 or 16 games below 500. It's bad, dude.
Something along that range. Yeah,
it's bad. It's bad.
And I think the Phillies can still make a postseason berth. I think.
Yeah, they're going to get in. I'm not happy that they're going to play the Cubs. If they stay at the 5, they're going to have to go to Wrigley.
Right.
I don't want to play. I'd rather play the Cubs than fall to the 6 and play the Braves.
Yeah.
Or
win a wild card and then potentially play the Brewers.
I don't know, because if they play the Cubs, if they beat the Cubs, they're going to have to play whoever is the 1 seed. And right now, it's either
the Dodgers, but the
Dodgers or Brewers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't see them going far because they don't hit.
Yeah. And that was the key thing last year. I remember they didn't hit in the Dodgers series in the NLDS.
They outpitched them, but they couldn't hit.
Yep, they did. That was the problem. Other acquisitions that were made, we had Freddie Peralta and Liam Hicks went to the Tampa Bay Rays. This is a team that's going for it. You can clearly tell.
Yeah.
And this is one of the biggest surprises in Major League Baseball. I mentioned the White Sox being a surprise. The Tampa Bay Rays being at this point in the year, playing as good as they are. If you told me that, I would have thought you were crazy. Although Junior Caminero is having a fantastic year.
Right.
No one else is really standing out, though. It's probably just a lot of guys just playing complimentary baseball.
Yeah, I see that coming. I see the Rays doing this.
Yeah. I got Peralta. The Mets, by the way, are selling a lot of guys.
Yeah, they're done.
They're
Do you think after the year, do you think Bo Bichette opts out?
He should. He should, knowing how bad his season has been. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Lindor is probably not a Met after this year.
Yeah, something I told you about Soto. Something about Soto, dude. I don't know.
Well, if you follow the story of what's going on, Soto and Lindor can't get along, and there's a power struggle between those two guys, and the locker room's divided in half. And unfortunately, nobody at Mets ownership, management, no one's doing a good job protecting or keeping things afloat. This has been awful.
Now, so when he went, so after he won the World Series, with the Nationals, and he was a World Series MVP in 2019. He went to the Padres a couple of years later. He was there for a couple of years. Yeah, he made it to the championships series, and then the divisional round, but nothing else. And then he got traded for that 1 year with the Yankees. You guys made it to the World Series.
Yep, we did.
And he lost the Dodgers. Dodgers were better, but he got there in 1 year. He should have stayed, but no, he wanted to be the man. And look what happened since he's been there. So I think when they lost to the Dodgers.
Yeah.
No. He wasn't there. When he wasn't there, it was Alonso.
Oh yeah, when Alonso was in the NLCS.
So when the Mets were when the Dodgers beat the Mets in the championship series, Soto was with the Yankees.
Correct.
So this is now year 2 with the Mets, correct?
Yes, it is. 2 years and a 15-year contract.
No playoffs this year.
None. And the amazing thing, you know what? Juan Soto was getting what he deserves because he wanted more money, but not in a better situation. The Mets were a terrible situation, but Steve Cohen gave him every single penny of that $765, and he doesn't even deserve that kind of money. First off, because he doesn't play both pitch and hit it, and he's a very mediocre defender to say the least.
Yep.
So
he should just stay with the Yankees, sign the contract with the Yankees. He could be the Batman for Judge. No, he could be the Robin to Judge, and then when Judge steps away, then he could be the Batman. But no, he wants to be me, and now karma.
Karma, big time karma. So I looked at the winners and losers of the deadline. The biggest loser of the deadline, believe it or not, is the Detroit Tigers. Because not only did you get rid of Tarek Skubal, you got rid of Tarek Skubal and got gummy bears in return.
Yes.
You got nothing useful in return.
Yes.
Losers also the New York Mets. They were selling, clear sellers.
Yeah, Clay Holmes went to the Cubs.
Yep. And then as far as the winners go, Boston Red Sox are up there, in my opinion. The Chicago Cubs, they got Kevin Gausman, they got Clay Holmes, and they also got Braxton Garrett and Ryan Zafarjan.
Yeah, the Padres went all in again.
They did.
Yeah, they got Casey Mize from the Tigers, and they also got somebody else.
Yeah, I think right now the Padres, this is what they typically do, and they're actually not too far out of a wild card spot. Like, it's them in Arizona for that third spot, and then the Phillies are honestly not too far in front.
Yeah.
Like, the Cubs look like they're secure where they are, and then I think, the Dodgers, I'm not going to say they're a winner. They're a dictator because they basically just decided to, hey, we're going to speed up the process to end baseball because the postseason is not going to be watchable, Carl. It's not going to be watchable.
No. Basically, it's going to be like how when Durant was with the Warriors, they're going to be in the finals.
Yep. That's a great comparison.
Yep.
Basically, when Durant was with the Warriors, and it was basically just, the same team in the finals every year, although the Warriors did lose once.
Yep.
But it doesn't matter. It's still like Major League Baseball needs to do something about this because this is unacceptable.
Yes.
Oh man, I could go
Now,
on and
now
on.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
So, say the Brewers, if I don't know how they're doing it, but say if they win the if they win the National League again,
Yeah.
okay? Do you think Pat Murphy should win 3 consecutive National League Manager of the Year awards?
If they knock off the Dodgers in the NLCS.
No. If the Brewers or then win the National League again, and
Oh, if
they're
they have the best record in baseball, basically.
best record in the National League again this year, I think he should win it 3. I think he should win it again.
He should. He should. And I have a friend of mine who's a Brewers fan, and she tells me all the time Pat Murphy has done a better managerial job than most managers out there.
I tell you, I think he's doing. I think Pat Murphy is doing better job with less talent than Council did.
Yeah, that's true. And
You know?
one thing that I love the Brewers, but if there's one thing that bothers me about the Brewers, and this is part of the reason why that we might get a lockout. These teams like the Brewers, these small market teams, they don't want to spend.
No.
They use their farm system, which is not a bad thing. But if would it kill the Brewers to spend money for a high profile free agent?
No.
It wouldn't kill them.
No.
And you mentioned the tax threshold. If the luxury tax is also part of the problem, because the luxury tax hold, if you're spending over I'm just going to give you an example. If a team like the Yankees has like a $300 million payroll, then you get hit with the tax and you got to pay even more money. And that money goes to the lower market teams.
Yeah.
So I hate to use this term, but it pretty much is the term. It's socialism.
Yes.
You're basically taking away from the rich and giving it to the poor. That's what this is.
Yes.
Like that's why I don't like about the luxury tax, because
Correct.
you're penalizing these big market teams for spending money and you're awarding lower market teams for not spending money. And it doesn't make any sense because
Correct.
these lower market teams, they're not spending a dime in free agency.
Correct.
I love the Brewers. I think they're a great team. But again, like, chip in.
Yes.
Spend a little bit. Don't save your money, be cheap. That's the problem. They're cheap. Cheap owners.
Correct.
And these players, that's why the players who want more money and owners who want to be cheap, they're butting heads because they can't see eye to eye because one wants more money and one wants to save.
Right.
That's
So I got something. So I was checking earlier. So
okay.
I got something that say if you're free on Friday night, say if you're free and if Julio is free, if you guys get the channel, most likely you do. It's Friday night. Tom's River girls softball team.
Yep, that's right.
Is playing at 6:00 and another elimination bracket game in the Little League World Series.
6 p.m.
Yep. So if they win Saturday, then they play. If they win Friday night at 6, I don't know who they're playing yet. Then they advance to the
their bracket final.
the title basically of their you have the orange
the orange bracket and the purple bracket.
Yeah, the orange bracket and the purple bracket. So if they win Friday, they'll go to the championship of their bracket and for the semifinals.
Right.
And then if they win that Sunday, they'll be in the championship game.
I'm so glad you mentioned that because I was gonna at least I don't know if I was going to. Yes, Tom's River, New Jersey Little League Softball. Congratulations, you've won back-to-back elimination games and you creamed Japan in the process.
Yeah.
And that's a tough team. Like any team who plays baseball from Japan, if you beat a team like that, I don't care if it's Little League, professional, whatever. Like you beat Japan, that was a tough task. Yes. So Tom's River's doing their part, and actually Tom's River's close to where I am in New Jersey, close to Point Pleasant.
Yes.
And it's only a matter of time before we get qualifying games for the men's Little League Baseball World Series.
Yes.
I think those qualifiers start tomorrow for the Metro. I still got to see who's representing New Jersey because in the Metro qualifiers, it's usually New Jersey, New York, Rhode Island, and Connecticut that usually represent the Metro.
And that's in Connecticut?
That is correct.
Okay.
So let me check out the Metro Little League.
Go on. All right. Go on. All right, Matt. So here's a breaking news update.
What?
Luis Ariz just hit a solo home run bottom of the second.
Oh my God.
Yep.
He's raking right away with you guys.
I'm telling you, the Phillies need to sign him.
Yeah, they need to lock him up.
Lock him up. If they have to lock him up, give him whatever he wants, 3 or 4 year contract. Get rid of Bohm.
Yep.
and have Stop play second. Have Stop play third base, and
Uh-huh.
we just need a new first baseman next year.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, no. They could probably put Hart back there and get somebody in play right field.
Mm-hmm.
They need to sign him. They need that. He is perfect for this lineup.
Yeah, he
They got to
is.
extend him.
Yeah, I mentioned before he's a former batting champion with the American League. He was
He
the guy
may
who spoiled Aaron Judge from winning the Triple Crown.
he may win the. So in going tonight, he's leading the National League in batting average.
Mm-hmm.
He's leading the league in hitting. He's
Yep.
gonna win. He's gonna win the thing again this year.
He could. He very
Yeah.
well could. That's pretty remarkable. He's a once in a generation type hitter.
Yeah.
Now to answer the question about what team is representing New Jersey in the Metro qualifier regional, it's Bayonne. Bayonne
Bayonne?
Little League.
Okay.
And then New York is Port Washington, Rhode Island is Lincoln, and then Connecticut is Darien.
Okay. Bayonne. So Bayonne is like North Jersey, right?
Correct. Yes, North Jersey is where Bayonne is.
Okay. Not bad.
Not bad. I remember last year. I think it was Tom's River last year who qualified for New Jersey. I could be wrong.
Okay.
But all right, no, I found it. It was Smithstown, Burn. I don't remember. No, it was Fairfield last year. And then New Jersey, it was Jackson Holbrook last year.
Okay, Jackson. Okay.
It was Jackson Holbrook. Then it was Morristown. Then it was East Hanover, which I have no idea where that is. And then 2022 it was Tom's River.
Okay.
It's pretty amazing. You know, I like seeing New Jersey sports do well, even if it's Little League. And these women who play for Little League softball for New Jersey, they're killing it. They're doing well in elimination games. They redeemed themselves against Japan in that elimination game, 11-0.
Yes.
And now I gotta find out who they play. It's either going to be, I think, the Southeast winner, or I think the.
Oh, I have no clue. It's just weird that they're playing the international teams.
Yeah, I don't like it that way either.
Yeah, in pool play instead of say the championship.
Yeah, they got the international teams and the United States teams all mixed up with.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like. So that was quite a bit of baseball. We said that we were going to do that. Now I want to get into the NCAA. We did not make our college football playoff predictions, although I did do that on Foursquare. And if there's one thing that Carl mentioned on an earlier episode, is that the rules, and this applies to Notre Dame, if Notre Dame is in the top 12 at season's end, they're automatically in the playoff. I don't know how you feel about that. Well, I know you like it because you're a Notre Dame fan, but
yes,
I think it's a tiny bit petty. Because Notre Dame cried foul after they didn't make the playoff. Listen, I will admit it. They got robbed by Miami, but Miami kind of proved that they belonged in that spot because they made it to the Natty that last year.
Miami deserved it, but James Madison didn't deserve it.
Are you sure about that? So you're telling me you'd put Duke in over James Madison?
Well, when the game was not even close, dude.
I know, but like at the same time, like you gotta give them based on credentials. Notre Dame was not gonna you want to know who didn't belong in the playoff? No, Alabama didn't belong.
Yeah, well, that was just bad.
That was bad, and then when they got to the Rose Bowl against Indiana, it was like
they should have had Notre Dame over Alabama then.
I agree. Sammy wouldn't like me saying that, but it's true. Alabama did not deserve to get in the playoff. And even though they beat Oklahoma in the wild card round, it doesn't matter because they absolutely imploded against Indiana in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, because they should even, when they got crushed against Georgia in the SEC championship game,
right?
They were horrible.
That was their third loss, too. No 3-loss team had ever made the playoffs up until Alabama did.
Horrible. And they got in over Notre Dame. And Notre Dame lost the first 2 weeks of the year, and then by 4 points, and then they ran the table.
Yeah, they did. It was honestly really impressive to see. And I think that Notre Dame fans better look at this now and be like, okay, we got a little bit of a push because now we can get in if we're top 12. They better not blow this because this is where they have to prove we do deserve to be in the.
Oh no, they're gonna get in.
Gonna get in. Like I think the schedule is very favorable. I think that the team is still solid. I think that they have a Heisman Trophy candidate with their quarterback. I think that they're going to be really good. Marcus Freeman, I think, has done a great coaching job in the past. Yes. I think he'll do it again.
Well, Duke's quarterback is now he transferred to Miami.
That's correct.
Yes. So don't worry, we get them in South Bend.
Yeah. And part of the reason why James Madison got that playoff spot was because they had to have a 5th conference champion in there, and they had to pick James Madison or Duke, and it was it was no contest. It was no contest. But now we get to the playoffs. So this is where we do this. So the college football playoff is 5 conference champions, which are the Power 4 and 1 of the powers of the group of 6, which includes the revamped Pac-12.
Right.
So the group of 6 include the MAC, Conference USA, the AAC, the Sun Belt, the new Pac-12, and one of the conference, the Mountain West. The Mountain West.
Right. Yes.
So that's your group of 6. You have to pick a conference champion from those 6 conferences, the Power 4, and then 7 at large.
Yes.
So I'm going to start off with my playoff here.
Good.
Big Ten champion, no question, Ohio State. I have them winning the Big Ten. I think Indiana is going to take a step backwards. I really don't think there's anyone that in the Big Ten that can compete. I think Indiana will make the playoff, but I don't necessarily think that they're going to be the top of the Big Ten without Fernando Mendoza.
Who do you see? Who do you see Ohio State playing?
Well, Ohio State, like if you look at their schedule, they play a very weak. Like the Big Ten is theirs for the taking. Indiana's not that good compared to last year. Like,
well, they have Josh Hoover.
Yeah. So I will tell you I'll tell you Ohio State's schedule right now. So they got, if I pull up their schedule here, there we go. First game of the year, they got Ball State. That's easy. But then they got Texas. Arch Manning's probably the favorite to win the Heisman Trophy. Yeah. That might be tougher. I know last year was a defensive slugfest. Kent State's easy, but then you get to the conference games. I mean, this is easy. I mean, like Illinois, Iowa, Maryland, Indiana without Fernando Mendoza. USC could be competitive. I think they could be maybe give them a scare. Oregon, Northwestern, Nebraska, and then Michigan, who's just been diabolical on the offseason. Like, this is theirs for the taking.
I have, you know what? I have Ohio State playing Oregon in the championship game.
In the Big Ten title game, okay.
Yep. And I'm gonna go with the Ducks.
You think the Oregon Ducks can win the Big Ten?
Yeah. Dante Moore. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Oregon because last year they got trounced. They got trounced in the quarterfinal game.
Yeah.
And no. They beat the semifinal. No, they beat the semifinal because they beat Texas Tech.
Correct.
They got trounced by Indiana in the semifinals.
Correct.
So I have the Ducks winning the Big Ten.
Surprising.
I have the Ducks winning the Big Ten, and I have the Ducks, Oregon winning the Big Ten, and I can see the Buckeyes as playing, being the runner-up and hosting a first-round playoff game.
Okay, fair enough. Now, my SEC champion, I have the Georgia Bulldogs. This is innocent until proven guilty. I mean, the SEC is a good conference. They get the most bids in the playoff every year, ever since they expanded the format. But I can't see anyone beating Georgia. Like, Kirby Smart's the best coach in the conference. And Alabama, I mean, this is a make or break year for Kalen DeBoer. I think if Alabama doesn't make the playoffs, you might see Kalen DeBoer get fired. But back to Georgia. Georgia's loaded on both sides of the ball.
They got Gunnar Stockton back, right?
Yeah, Gunnar Stockton's their quarterback for this upcoming season.
Okay. They have Alabama this year.
They indeed do.
They have Texas.
They indeed do. They don't have Texas on the schedule, but they do have Alabama, though.
They have Alabama.
Yes.
October
10th.
October 10th. In Tuscaloosa?
Correct.
I don't even know who Alabama's quarterback is going to be.
Honestly, your guess is as good as mine. Alabama's not good this year.
I'm going to say. I could see. Here's what I say.
Okay.
Georgia beating Texas in the championship game. Georgia wins SEC. Texas gets in as an at-large.
I can see that.
No Alabama.
I don't think Alabama makes the playoffs this year at all.
No.
And then that will cry. And then that'll be a cry for changes.
Bye.
The Big 12. I have Texas Tech winning it again. I I was gonna say Texas. I'm thinking BYU is gonna win the Big 12
Yeah,
this
I'm
year.
going BYU because they lost their quarterback. I'm going with the Cougs.
Yeah, and then the Brandon Sorsby saga also hurt Texas Tech in the offseason. I got
Yeah.
BYU winning it, so I got BYU winning the Big 12, and then you got the ACC, which is a conference which is an enigmatic conference. You don't know who's gonna.
You know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say. I'm not going with Miami. No, I'm gonna do Virginia. No, I'm gonna say it's not gonna be Duke. I'm gonna say
Georgia Tech.
could be Georgia Tech. I'm not gonna go with Tech. I'm gonna say maybe. I'm just going with a limb. I'm gonna go with Dabo.
You're going with Clemson.
I'm just going with Clemson. Clemson's gonna be. I'm saying they're gonna be either Virginia Tech or Georgia Tech.
I I had Virginia winning the ACC, but Clemson needs a bounce back year in the worst way. Dabo has not had it good the last couple of years. So I have Virginia winning, and then my 7 at large. This is before we get to the group of 6. My 7 at larges are as follows: Ole Miss, Indiana, Oregon, Penn State, Tennessee, Texas A&M, LSU. I don't know why I counted 4 and 3, but whatever, it's fine. It's still 7. And then my group of 6 conference champion is out of the AAC, Army.
Army going Army. Okay. Okay. And the American. Okay. All right. So I'm my at large. So I'm going with. So you're doing with comp. So you did
My 7 at larges, and then my group of
7
6.
at large. So I'm going. So I could see. I could see Army probably winning the American. I'm gonna go with maybe. I'm gonna go with you know what? I'm gonna go Tulane.
Tulane winning the American?
Yeah, Tulane wins the American.
Okay.
I'll go Notre Dame. Notre Dame gets in.
Oh, that's right. I forgot because of the rule.
Notre Dame gets in. That's one. I'm doing Ohio State as not. I have Ohio State 2. I see. I have.
5 more.
So I have Notre Dame 1, Ohio State 2. I can see Ole Miss 3. I'm doing Texas 4 because they're going to lose in a title game.
Right.
4. Um. Hmm. Let's see. Notre Dame, Ohio State, Texas, Ole Miss is 4. I need 3 more.
Yes.
Man, I'll give Oklahoma some love because John Mateer is back. I'll give Oklahoma some love.
Right.
That's 5. I need 2 more. You want Penn State, huh?
I picked Penn State, yeah.
I'm gonna go Michigan.
Michigan, really?
Yeah, with Kyle Whittingham. I'll go with him. And then need somebody else. Another at large. Crap.
I know.
ACC. No, they beat up on each other. I already have Ohio. I have Oregon, Ohio State, Michigan. BYU gets 1. Oh man. Shikes. Crap. You know what? I'll go. I'll go Brent Key and Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech, I like.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
All right. So you got your 7 at large, and you said Tulane winning the American is your group of 6. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, before we get into our segment for the month, one last thing I want to say. The NFL is almost back. It comes back tomorrow
Yes.
for the Hall of Fame game. We got the Panthers and the Cardinals. But one story I do want to touch on, Jalen Carter got a 4-year, $152 million extension,
Yes.
which is probably one of the most for a defensive end at his position ever.
Yes. Yes.
Now, my question to you, Carl, is that a worthy investment? Number one, and number two, can Jalen Carter actually live up to that his extension?
Well, you know how Howie Roseman is.
Yeah,
He likes to do these deals on the cheap instead of at the end of the year when there'll be more money.
right.
So
Yeah,
he did it. The Mad Hatter did it again. So as long as he doesn't do stupid things on the field, like stupid penalties, it's a good contract.
like spitting in Dak Prescott's face.
Yeah, just don't do that stupid shit on the field. Get kicked out. Just play smart, and that's fine. You resigned. You upped Jordan Davis. You just re-upped Jalen Carter. Yeah, just do that. Just play smart, stay out of trouble, and then they're good.
That's fair. I mean, listen, the Eagles, I don't know what kind of a team they're going to be now that they lost AJ Brown. I think defensively they're going to be good.
Oh,
Safety also needs to bounce back.
they're gonna be a lot better because all the stuff that he used to say, it's just drove him nuts.
Yeah, he drove himself crazy.
But yeah, it's if they don't make it to divisional round, it's a bust.
I agree.
They should be in the Final Four in the NFC.
They should,
You know,
honestly.
if you got to host a wild card round, win that game, and then say if you lose to the Lions or to the Rams, it is what it is. But just don't lose in the wild card round.
I think honestly, I think I've said this before. This is the Rams' year to lose. Actually, there was news that Aaron Donald was at the Rams facility.
Yes, I heard that too.
That the man might be coming back. He actually practiced earlier today without a football helmet.
Okay, so he practiced. Big deal. What if their quarterback hurts his back and he's done?
Well, the main thing is the Rams want to stack up the defensive front. They got Myles Garrett already, and they want
Okay, that's true. But if Stafford is back screwed up and he's knocked out, they're not winning.
Yeah, that's the one thing. It's like they're one injury away from a bad season.
And he had issues last year, and that's the quarterback.
Yeah, and also, but like keep in mind, Stafford won MVP last year.
Okay, if his back is screwed up this year, they're not winning nothing.
I think that Matthew Stafford can hold up, and I think this is probably going to be the last year we get of Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
I think so. Because they made the mistake by drafting that, what's his face from Alabama.
Yeah, Ty Simpson.
Yeah, they drafted Ty Simpson with the 13th pick, which
McVay didn't want that.
He didn't want it because he wanted to keep Stafford without a controversy.
Yeah.
Although I will say Les Snead, the general manager of the Rams, doesn't care about picks. He really doesn't. But that's because he has that mentality of I'd rather go for it now than build for the future, which is actually a very dangerous mindset to have. I don't like that one at all.
Who did the Rams play this year, besides the Eagles and everybody in the NFC West?
Well, they do play the Giants.
Okay.
They do play the Giants in Week 2 on Monday Night Football. The Giants.
I'm just going with the defenses that could basically put them on the shelf. You got the Eagles.
Okay, I will tell you right now who the Rams are playing. So Week 1 they got Arizona. They got San Francisco. That's San Francisco.
Arizona's defense is not good.
Arizona sucks. They'll probably win that 2 out of 2 times. They play the Niners twice.
The Niners, if everyone's healthy for the Niners defense could put them on the shelf. The Eagles defense could put them on the shelf. Your defense, if they play, could put them on the shelf.
You really think we can give Matthew Stafford a hard time?
Well, if they have a pass rush against them.
Okay. They play the Broncos. They play the Bills.
The Broncos defense is good.
Yeah, they are.
That game is that game in L.A. or in Denver?
It's in Mile High.
Okay, that's cold.
Yep.
What week? What week is that?
That is week 3.
Oh, I thought they play the Eagles week 3.
No, they play the Eagles week 4
Week 4
in Philly.
But no, Denver could put them on the shelf. If you get a pass rush against them and you hit them, I'm telling you that back is gonna be. I'm telling you, I have a feeling that at some point in the year, he's gonna be on the shelf.
Well, the Rams better hope that everyone stays healthy. That's the key for them. If they're healthy, that's the key for any team in the NFL. Is healthy. Yeah. Stay healthy. If you're healthy, then you have a chance to win. But the Rams, I think, if they do stay healthy, I think no one can touch them. That's how I believe.
I think the Lions could touch them.
You really believe so?
Yeah, I think the Lions could score. I think if the Lions are the Lions, I think the Lions could. I told you, I think the Lions could win the NFC, dude.
Well, the Lions are looking to bounce back because they missed the playoffs entirely last year.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I think the Lions could be the 1 seed, dude. I'm telling you.
You know what? If it is the Lions as the 1 seed, I'm hoping for that because you want to know why the Lions deserve better than that. Lions fans have been suffering for a long ass time. They deserve better.
Dude, that'll be hilarious. Sam Darnold knocked them out in the playoffs, and then you imagine if he has to go to the Ford Field,
and Jared Goff knocks them out.
Yep. McVay said, Jared, I can't win with Jared Goff, and he knocks you out of the playoffs.
Oh my God, that would be something. All right, so we have several minutes left. I guess that means we have to get ready for our segment. Kenny, you got the mic? All right, is it on?
It's on now.
Okay, let me put this squeeze through here. Okay. All right. Julie, you want the headset?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay. It's time for our monthly segment, What's Going On with Giulio Bianchi. And I can tell you, I've spent a lot of time with Jules, so I guess he's got a lot of stuff on his mind.
Hi.
Hi,
Carl.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great. I've never been better. I'm so glad to be here tonight.
Glad to have you on.
Thank you. Always glad to be on.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Okay, so Giulio, you've had a lot of stuff going on. Tell us what's going on.
Well, I'll tell you what's been going on. Let's see. I've been playing volleyball all summer. I recently just had my last game with Matt, my pals, and it was a great season. We won a lot of games, lost a lot of games, but overall, we
finished in third.
Yeah, we finished in third, and it was still a great season because I've never been on a volleyball league, and I'm so glad I got to be part of one this summer.
That's good.
Did
you guys have playoffs or no?
Unfortunately, the top 2 teams out of 6 make the playoffs. We finished in third.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah. Maybe next time. We'll get them next summer.
And for context, we basically got eliminated because we were tied with the second place team.
Yeah.
And the second place team had one more game to play. And the team that was supposed to play the second game, they forfeited.
Oh, man.
So they got a forfeit win, and that basically would eliminate us.
Wow.
We'll get them next summer.
Think of it. To be eliminated from the playoffs by forfeit.
That's horrible.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah,
bad. That team that walked out and didn't play was Block Lobsters. The team that was in front of us, they were called Chew Blocka.
Okay.
Some of the names were creative.
What was the name of your team?
Metro.
Okay.
Metro. So we have no postseason volleyball, which actually kind of stinks. But besides from that, Joel, what else is going on?
Well, wow, what a summer it's been.
Yep.
This past Sunday, I won an award. I got an award.
Yep.
Nice.
I got the award for Best Unproduced Screenplay at the Brightside Film Festival in Jersey City.
Which, by the way, is run by our good friend CJ.
That's right.
Awesome.
So CJ, and it's actually funny, when CJ, at the end of the award ceremony, he came up to us and said, I knew from the get-go that you were going to win.
He knew all along.
He knew all along.
Nice.
And he had us all day waiting.
Yeah, he had us all. We were in Jersey City for 9 hours.
Wow. 9 hours.
9 hours. And for those of you who have been to Jersey City, it's not the most pleasant place.
Nah, not the prettiest.
It's not a pleasant place. Like,
It's not Emerald City.
like when Julio and I wanted to stretch and like get outside and go for a walk, we went on 3 short walks because we were scared that we would get jumped, and we did not want to get jumped.
Plus
Yeah,
it
in
smells.
half the
Plus it smells
square.
up there.
What?
Huh?
It smells up there, don't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like gasoline.
It's not desirable, Carl. It's
But-
not desirable.
Yeah. But look on the bright side. Bright side is good.
And actually, I came up with the nickname for Julio that he's Mr. Brightside because he
Nice.
got the award this year, and then 2 years ago he got a runner-up award, and then he also got, what was it, Rising Star?
Best director.
Rising
Best new director.
Best New Director. So Julio's already gotten a couple of hardware from Brightside Film Festival. So I called him Mr. Brightside,
Awesome.
which is a reference to that song by the Killers.
Mr.
Yeah.
Brightside.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a damn good song. Anyway, Joel, what else is up?
Oh, well, let me see. I've got a new book coming out called The Unpopular Pickle, which should be ready just in time for back to school.
Nice.
You know, I gotta tell you.
I'm working hard on this book, and I can't wait to share with all of you.
And when is the read through at Therapy Garden?
You mean for The Unpopular Pickle or my
Correct.
latest book?
Unpopular Pickle.
We're gonna work that out.
Okay, that's good. So there's something in the works.
Oh yeah.
So that's good. And then you mentioned back to school. Back to school. My God,
Yeah, we're not going back to school.
I'm done with school, man.
Yeah.
I'm done with school. I'm glad I'm not going back. It was great to go to my high school reunion, but I'm done with school.
Yeah, me too.
I don't need to pay any more money for tuition. I don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mentioned I will say this. Julio's been working very hard on his stuff. He went to a screenwriting class before submitting his
Yes.
drastic measure script.
This is how drastic measures came to be in the first place.
Yeah, it's called Drastic Measures. And I asked Julio after the award ceremony if he's actually going to produce it. He said maybe. Depends on budget.
Oh, I'm absolutely gonna make it. Just it's a matter of planning and funding.
Yeah. Like that's something that you're gonna have to work out. But if you need any assistance, I can help you out with that.
Absolutely, man.
I can probably figure something out.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we're close to an hour. Julio, any last things before we wrap up?
Let me see. I might go away this year. Who knows?
Oh yeah, you mentioned Italy potentially.
Yes,
Italy, okay.
potentially. I don't know for sure yet, but it's a possibility.
A lot of people I know go to Italy. I haven't been there, but that's my heritage. That's where my stepsisters came from. Or my
Mhm.
ancestors, not my stepsisters. My ancestors.
Yeah.
Ancestors.
Not stepsisters. I don't know where that came from.
Stepsisters.
Stepsisters.
Dude.
I don't have a stepsister.
We don't have a stepsister. I'm just remembering seeing that SpongeBob scene where Patrick's going on and on about he's afraid he's ugly.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, what's my sister going to say? Oh, wait, I don't have a sister.
Oh man, that's good times. I'm actually going away to Florida at the end of August, but that's at the very last week of August. But we'll probably squeeze in the show beforehand before I leave.
Where are you going in Florida, Matt?
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
That's right.
Fort-
You told
Fort
me.
Lauderdale,
It's
okay.
there.
Fort Lauderdale. Well, that's where my dad owns a condo. He owns a
Nice.
condo.
Okay.
So Sammy and I are going to be there. We have custody of the condo. We'll probably see my uncles who live there. They probably have to travel because they live in, I think not Fort Myers, close to the Tampa area. They live close to
Okay.
Tampa.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a little bit of a commute, but I think we can work that out. We're also trying to see if we can go to a Marlins game.
Marlins. Okay.
Yeah, and did you know that it costs only $12 to get a Marlins ticket?
Dude, you'll probably be swimming out.
Oh,
in the pool.
mackerel.
Yeah, like it costs $12 just to buy a Marlins ticket because fans don't care. And it's a shame because Marlins ballpark is fantastic.
Well, I told you about me over the years that I don't like it.
You don't like it?
It's a dump.
What, Marlins ballpark?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Tropicana.
Well, they're both dumps.
I don't know, man. I like the Marlins ballpark a lot
Oh, if you like it, how come no one's showing up?
because people in Florida don't care about baseball.
Correct.
And why is that?
Because baseball is not their cup of tea. If anything, they care about the Lightning more than they care about baseball.
They should move the
Lightning?
Marlins. They should move the Marlins to Montreal for the Expos.
Oh yeah,
Get them up
Yeah.
there.
yeah. So that way, there's only one Florida team. Like it's insane because the Marlins are pretty good. Tampa's the best record in the American League, and yet Florida, these don't care. They don't put funding.
Yeah, they don't go to Tampa.
They don't show up for their games. But honestly, the Tropicana field is in a very inconvenient spot.
Yeah, it's bad too. Yeah, it's in St. Pete.
St. Pete, it's a dump. And at one point, they were supposed to get a new stadium, and they said, "No, we're going to keep what we have."
Yeah.
I hate
So since I got both you guys on before the end of the show, so a couple weeks ago,
yeah.
me, Amy, my brother, and our friend, we went to a concert on Sunday.
Okay.
Two
Yeah.
weeks ago. So we saw Train
Ooh,
and
Train.
Bare Naked Ladies.
Train.
Who else?
We saw Train and Bare Naked Ladies.
Okay.
So it's down in Camden. Okay.
Mhm.
So we took the train from Bordentown, the River Line, down to Camden. Right.
All right.
Show's over at 11:15. You're gonna be impressed, Mike. Sorry, Matt. You're gonna be impressed. We finally took our first Uber. We had no choice because we weren't waiting for a bus to take us back home,
Yep.
and me and Amy both had to go to work Monday morning, so we had to pay from. There was a cab, so he was just hanging around.
Right.
So he took us from Camden all the way back to Bordentown, where I got my vehicle. And we drove home.
Okay.
$130.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
So I got home. So we got home Monday morning, like say 1:00.
Oh my God.
I got basically went in the house, took my pills, and I was in bed by 1:15.
You crashed.
I don't know how I did it, but I got up for work and went in.
You must have been exhausted.
I was. I say, guys, I don't feel like doing shit. I worked.
Good for you. Good for you, Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carl, I have this weird thing about my metabolism where I can go to bed at like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'll still wake up at 6, no problem.
I don't know why I do that. I'm like,
I don't know how I do that. I really don't know how I do that.
That's me too. I've gone to bed at like 1 a.m.
But like, do you
Every
wake up
time.
at 6 o'clock in the morning easily?
7 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Sorta. Yeah.
Now, here's a even trickier question. Do you wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning without an alarm?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That means your metabolism's good.
Yeah.
Usually I set the alarm. Sometimes I get up and I turn it off, but when I hear Amy's in the shower, I wake up anyway. So yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Well, on that note, we need to set an alarm for this because Equinox over. But anyway, thank you for watching Equinox from Matt, Carl, Julio, and Kenny. Before we go, like SpongeBob always says, old people are the greatest. They're full of wisdom and experience. Ding. Take care, everybody. We will see you soon.
See you soon, Carl.
See you later.
Take care. Good night. Enjoy your summer.